without so much as a warning, life hangs in the balance. Human endeavor turns to chaos. And within seconds, nothing will ever be the same. Ever.
I'm Ron Pitts. Are you ready for some of the most hair-raising footage of destruction ever caught on tape? A drag racer cheats death when his funny car catches fire and breaks apart on the track at over 200 miles per hour. And a windsurfer catches the perfect wave only to have it crush him beneath a 4-story wall of water. Chaos and mayhem rule the day when things get destroyed in seconds.
Queensland, Australia. Veteran drag racer Steve Reed is at the head of the leaderboard in the Top Alcohol Fuel National Championship. Tonight, he's looking to secure his lead by winning the Night Fire New Year's Series in his 3,000 horsepowered funny car. The fact that Willowbrook Raceway is Steve's home track gives him an extra boost of confidence. But little does Steve know, his confidence is about to be shattered. Just 4.5 seconds into the ride, Steve's car catches fire. The flaming car speeds down the track at over 250 miles per hour, veers to the left, and smacks into the wall. The body of the car flies 30 feet into the air, while the chassis skids another 100 feet down the track. Before safety crews can even reach the scene, Steve is out of the car and walking away. When the engine catches fire, Steve reaches to trigger his onboard fire extinguisher. This causes the car to veer sideways into the wall. Fortunately, the fiberglass body of the funny car is ripped off, and Steve continues down the track, leaving the flames behind. It's because of this and other safety features that Steve is able to walk away with only minor burns and a lacerated tongue. After an inspection of the burnt-out chassis, Steve and his team determined that a broken fuel line caused the fire that led to the devastating crash. And over $100,000 in damage. Delft University of Technology, the Netherlands. A short circuit in a coffee pot ignites a fire on the 7th floor of the architecture school. Besides classrooms and offices, the 1970s-era building houses a collection of irreplaceable historical records. From the ground and from nearby rooftops, the city watches, fearful that important pieces of history are going up in flames. Close to 200 firefighters try to stop the destruction. After 4 hours, the blaze is finally out, but the destruction is far from over. Heat from the fire weakens the building's steel support beams. The 6th floor gives way, causing the floors above it to crumble. Before the collapse, the lower floors are virtually untouched by fire. But the falling debris spreads the flames to these floors as well. The intensity of the fire reduces the building to a charred skeleton. No one is injured in the fire or collapse. The university officials and students are devastated by the loss of the priceless architectural documents and models. Until cleanup crews find many of the valuable items still intact under the rubble. What's left of the building is demolished. Authorities say it will take 4 years to rebuild. Melbourne, Florida.
Holy mackerel, look at those things go.
This is one of the most popular areas in the world for airboat racing. These flat-bottomed vessels feature enormously powerful engines, yet have no brakes and are incapable of traveling in reverse. Today, 2 longtime competitors are racing one-on-one. But the real drama comes after they cross the finish line. Seeing that he's won, Billy Willard raises his fist and fails to hit a lever to stabilize the boat. It flips at 130 miles an hour as Billy is thrown into the alligator-infested swamp. The $35,000 machine is destroyed, and Billy is not moving. Rescuers rush to help their friend who lies face down in the swamp. Minutes later, an ambulance takes him to the hospital. Billy is badly bruised, but thanks to his life jacket and the fact that he skimmed across the water, he survives his ordeal. It's a 3-alarm fire in Chesterton, Indiana, as 5 engines race down the streets to St. Patrick's Catholic Church.
Oh, yeah!
The 124-year-old building is engulfed by flames. 30 firefighters try to contain the blaze and prevent it from spreading to the church's rectory and nearby homes.
Okay, Kevin, you're the hydrant man.
Flames surround the steeple. Anticipating danger, the fire chief orders a collapse zone directly underneath the tower to keep everyone safe.
4972 West 23.
Firefighters are told to tape off the area, while one colleague goes to set up an unmanned fire hose. As the unsuspecting firefighter walks toward his position, he suddenly notices the steeple starting to collapse. He turns and races back, but he trips and falls as the fiery tower comes crumbling down.
Said he's all right.
Co-workers rush to help.
You get out of there?
The burning steeple almost crushes the firefighter, missing him by only a few feet. He walks away with no injuries. He and the rest of the crew battle the blaze for another 3 hours. Authorities believe the fire was caused by an electrical short. The inferno completely destroys St. Patrick's Church. Today, the site is nothing more than a parking lot. The Chili Bowl Midget Nationals at the Tulsa Expo Raceway. Midget cars are light, only 1,000 pounds, and powerful, pushing out 350 horsepower, which makes racing them around a crowded dirt track one wild ride. Veteran racer Tim McCready holds a huge lead in a qualifying race for the main event. At 70 miles an hour, no other racer can catch him. On most days, such a comfortable lead would ensure a first-place finish. But Tim is unaware that a critical part of his car is only moments away from failure. As McCready carves into the turn, his right rear tire wobbles and snaps off. He and the midget barrel roll 4 times, tumble across some cables, and nearly careen into a group of spectators watching from a scaffold. Emergency crews rush to the scene. McCready is in pain and unable to free himself. Rescuers remove his helmet and carefully begin to extract him from his car. Minutes later, Tim emerges in a neck brace. X-rays will reveal that he broke a vertebrae in his back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tim is walking down there in turn 1. Give him a big round of applause. Took a heck of a ride down there.
Tim is expected to make a full recovery. The crash is caused when Tim's rear axle breaks under normal wear and tear. He's able to salvage parts from his $55,000 car, but admits it won't be back on the track anytime soon. Welcome to Piahi, on the north shore of Maui, Hawaii. This reef break is one of the most famous big wave surf spots in the world. The smallest surfable waves here are 12 feet high. The biggest can exceed 60 feet. That's why this spot has earned the notorious nickname, Jaws. Surfers must be towed in by jet skis in order to build up enough speed to push them down the face of these steep waves. Surfers say getting crushed by one of these monsters feels like having a 4-story building fall on you.
Oh, check out that wipeout, man! Woo!
Sailboarders, on the other hand, are able to harness enough power from the wind. Just as windsurfer Sierra Emery decides to drop in on this 40-foot monster, a surfer takes off on the same wave.
Oh, Steel's down. Stay on him. Stay on him. He's down.
Even though the rules of the game say the windsurfer has priority, Sierra plays it safe and ditches his ride. That's when his real troubles begin. Sierra is crushed beneath the churning water, which weighs over a ton per cubic meter. Until they get buried in a wave of white water. Sierra and the driver are knocked off the machine.
Oh boy, big wipeout.
Two more jet skis come to their rescue. No one is injured. Even Sierra's sailboard is rescued. But the original rescuer's jet ski ends up battered on the rocks.
He's going to clean up surfer and sailor. Oh, Steel's down. Stay on him. Stay on him.
Despite his harrowing ordeal,
They got him at the ski. They got him.
Sierra still rides the monstrous waves of Jaws.
Oh boy, big wipe.
Surveillance cameras capture a typical day at a convenience store in Danville, West Virginia. A vendor delivers 6 cases of soda and heads toward the back of the store. Locals go about their business, making purchases and filling their tanks. As the vendor heads toward the exit, something grabs his attention. Both driver and passenger inside the truck have fallen asleep, and the driver's foot is still on the gas. He plows through pump number 5, igniting a fire. then heads straight for the store. The 4,000-pound truck smashes through the wall, inches away from the delivery man. A wood support beam from the store's porch narrowly misses the cashier behind the counter. The driver and his passenger both fell asleep after working all night at an area coal mine. Neither is injured. This is the second time in a matter of months that a sleeping driver has crashed into the store. As a result of this event, the owners placed boulders around the property as crash barriers, hoping to prevent this from happening a third time. He's the stunt driver.
Here comes the wild man!
Who'll crash anything.
Wild and crazy!
And by anything,
Here we go!
we mean anything. His name's Al Sleep,
Here's the wild man, Al Sleep!
but his fans know him as the Wild Man. Al's claim to fame is his official Guinness World Record for the longest jump in a garbage truck. A distance of 75.4 feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Guinness Book New World Record!
At New York State's Lebanon Valley Speedway, Al is showcasing his new dump truck. He's also showcasing an outrageous new stunt, driving the dump truck directly into a 40-foot-long bus loaded with pyrotechnics and standing on end. For added drama, the back of Al's dump truck is filled with gasoline-soaked hay bales, which are supposed to ignite just before he hits the bus.
He turns for a final approach and he charges full head of speed! Let him hear it! It's a one-time deal, race fan!
Al reaches his top speed and takes aim at his target. Al's payload ignites as planned, but his truck rolls over at the moment of impact and lands upside down. Al is pinned inside the flaming wreckage as rescuers rush to his aid. The fire is quickly doused, but Al is still trapped inside the crushed cab, which he did not outfit with a roll cage. After several tense minutes, the Wild Man emerges from the smoldering wreck.
Out the other side! Yes!
Al walks away from this one with just a few cuts and scrapes, but he never attempts the stunt again.
I'm Ron Pitts. Thanks for watching Destroyed in Seconds.